Yeah, so yeah, my morning messages started around November of last year, and I started to put them out. And it is all about morning routines. It's all about waking people up and actually helping people. Be the experiment. Show them that come on, you can look after yourself.
Wow.
And there's hardly anyone up.
That's true, favorite.
It is just you and nature. It's just you on your own. So you can have that conversation with yourself. You can have that conversation with, nature, whoever, whatever you believe in. And I wanted you to experience that. I wanted you to appreciate it. And look, it's light.
It's a lovely experience.
What time is it? It's 4:45.
Yeah.
But most people miss this.
Yeah, I've been watching your TikTok and your status on this particular walk, and I'm like, wow, this night. And you put some nice words out there, like for the day, and so insightful. Like, wow. So when you said, let's do it this way, like, okay. And I was talking to my team, like, guys, listen, we need to start doing something quite different.
Yeah.
Let's spice it up with some nature and life. That was just a wake up call for me. Like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
No, I'm glad you joined me. I am so glad you made it, because I was doubting. I thought, all right, I'll throw that 4 o'clock out there, but will he be here? And I thought, well, I'm still out here. I'm still doing my normal morning routine.
But by 5, what do you think about the weather?
No, 5's not bad. No,
really?
Yeah, because, sometimes life throws like a networking event or a party. So then I go to bed at 10, so then I'm up at 5. If I go to bed at 10:30, I'm up at 5:30. Because it's about going to bed.
Okay.
And realigning your body clock, because a lot of people don't even think about that. I call that the reset button. If you want to reset yourself, go to bed at 9, wake up at 4. Wow. Go to bed at 10, wake up at 5. So you've got 7 hours.
Good.
But
8 hours.
7-8 hours, you realign your body clock.
Wow.
Because with you randomly going to bed, you're shaking the clock. And you wake up sluggish, you can't guarantee how you're going to feel in the morning. And people are doing this. People are just randomly going to bed. They just don't take it seriously. And this is what I call the reset button. Make sure you go to bed at a regular time every night and wake up at a time regularly every morning. So, and I can guarantee you're going to feel amazing.
Wow. So when did you realize this?
When I was going through COVID,
that was just a pause for everybody.
Because I was depressed and I was really down. I didn't have any energy, and I needed to look after myself. So I experimented with myself.
Wow.
And that's how I found what I call the reset button.
Wow.
So if you've got issues in your life, and you really want, and that's why I say, start with the reset button. When the computer messes, when it goes sluggish, you always switch it off, don't you?
Exactly.
You reset it.
It needs some.
That's what we need to do with ourselves.
On a regular basis, huh?
No, on a daily basis.
Oh, okay.
Daily basis.
Now I'm learning from him. I got lots of things to learn from this man. He's been here for like, how long now?
18 years.
Wow. 18 good years doing media, has done almost everything in media. I'm right.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, media company, 13 years ago, Ginger Camel. But now things are changing as well. The last time you saw me?
Yeah.
So now, Ginger Camel might not be around by the end of the year.
Oh.
Well, times have been hard.
Podcast stuff.
No, the podcast will carry on. I'll still do the podcast because I love the podcast.
Okay.
And I get to meet interesting people.
Very important.
Yeah.
It's actually
and
very good.
How's your journey been with the meeting, interviewing?
Believe me, for me, it's like I can't stop right now. It's becoming very addictive. It's like a path, life for me. Everything is just the same thing I want to keep doing. But I want to get to do it new. Meeting people, interviewing them, talking to them, exploring the cultures, the people, the tradition. Like yesterday, I actually was shooting up for this, the Eid.
Yeah.
That's just almost running up, you see. And I had to shoot in, showing it to the world how Qatar actually exhibits their own culture with the Eid together. It was really nice for me, and it was a lovely shoot. Me. So I can't just stop right now, guys.
No.
I don't know, maybe.
No.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
So you're glad you made the decision to come to Qatar?
Yeah, yeah. I was almost thinking maybe I'll call it home, but no.
No?
I still have places to go to. Sorry, guys.
So where's next? Where's next on your journey?
I just came back from Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
And for now, I'm touring most of the Eastern Europe countries.
Yeah.
Because I realized that there are lots of untapped secrets
Yeah.
about those people,
Yeah.
their life.
Yeah.
And I've been to about 4 now, and they have almost the same structure. Do you see? So I want to explore the culture more. I shot a documentary on what do you call it, on Azerbaijan history.
Yeah.
And I met with this lovely part of it that thrills me so much, the Black Friday.
Yeah.
Black January, sorry. Black January. Yeah. That's the genocide that happened between Russia and
Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You need to see more areas to go into.
Yeah.
Every day brings new things.
Yeah.
So I started with just talking to people, hearing their stories. But now
But what is great about you is that you're always coming out of your comfort zone.
really?
You know, and that's another thing that I try and tell people.
Thanks.
Come out of your comfort zone because
Thanks.
you're always growing.
Yeah.
You know, you're not the same person as you were when I first saw you.
Believe me. You know, even now, sometimes I actually want to, like, I have some fear, guys, believe me. But over time, I'm beginning to see that really, they're not fears.
No.
You can overcome them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And you
Like
see
that.
the effect of it.
yes.
When you
yeah,
overcome your
yeah.
fear, you see
Yeah,
the effect.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
That's it.
you look back at when you first arrived
Yeah.
and who you were to where you've come because
But
every day you
but
overcome
did
your
you
fear.
observe that the first time we're talking?
You, when you first came, I don't know what I'm doing. You do it, you record it. I don't know the kind of the questions that I'm going to ask. And it was just like, who is this guy? What is he doing? But I admired your will just to
Yeah.
go, look, I'm just willing to experiment. I'm just willing to, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is all new to me. I'm just
True,
gonna
true.
go with it. And then you ask, can you introduce me to other people? And he was just like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
And I knew the more you get out there, the more you interview people, the more your
Yeah.
confidence will grow.
True, true.
And look,
True, yeah. Thanks. You're right. 100% right. Right.
it is,
You're
and
right.
that's what I want to tell people every
Yeah.
single day.
Yeah.
Is come on, every single day is a
Yeah.
new opportunity
That's true.
to get out of your comfort zone and to be the person you really should be.
Yeah.
Because
Believe
you won't be the same person next year.
Next year, yeah.
You'll be
True.
even more confident. You'll be even
Yeah.
more successful.
Yeah. I think what I see there is called consistency.
And that's how I find, you know, when I'm doing my podcast, when I do my
Yeah.
morning messages, I just get more confident. I just get more at ease.
Yeah.
And also, not to be you know, how are you when you make a mistake? Do you hear that internal voice that criticizes you, or is
A
that
lot.
become more?
A lot. Very important. It's like getting feedback from your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important. And you just.
But is it positive feedback, or is it, you know, was it negative when you first started?
For me, I was not seeing it that way, you know.
No.
I just wanted to just do, I knew I had the innermost strong feeling in me that this is what I'm called to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
not any
but
other
that
fears.
wasn't up there. That came from here.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I say is that, look, there's different voices. There's one that comes from the heart,
Yeah.
and there's one that's up in your head.
True.
Now, the one that comes from your heart is that your true calling, is your true essence of what you want to do in life. And that's what you tuned into.
True.
You know, this one is more about, no, you didn't do that right. You should have done it like this. Yes, you made the mistake. Okay, do it again. Or you need to do better.
You know I'm actually laughing right now. So you observed this and you didn't say nothing to me.
Eh?
You observed this and you didn't say nothing to me.
No, of course not. Because you,
Okay, guys, we'll cut this out of the screen.
no way. This is your journey. No, this is perfect. This is what everyone
Yeah,
needs
it's
to see.
Yeah, you're
Because
right.
everyone needs to be inspired by other people.
Yeah, true, true.
That's what I say to everyone is that you need to be the shining light. You need to look after you. You need to learn about you to then go out into the world and be the shining light that inspires everyone else.
I remember when I was going to have the first opportunity to shoot with Qatar government. I was going to shoot to interview Qatar Foundation.
Yeah.
It was like a joke. I was like, really? About, and I had to bother my way to align on that script. It must not be out of it. If not, I won't put the video out there. It was one interesting experience.
I bet. More pressure on you.
Believe me.
Yeah.
So I see. When I watch you do your stuff, I know this is years of practice. These years of you been doing this same thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
And that's what I like. That's what I want to tell people is look, you see people that are on a journey, but they're further down the journey's path. But you've got to start somewhere, and you're going to make mistakes, and you just keep making mistakes because you learn and you learn and you learn and you learn, and it just comes from practice. It comes from repetition, and you get better and better.
100%. So guys, I'm going to do something today. I had this kind of talk with him a couple of months back, and it's more like people want to know more about the life here in Qatar when it comes to starting your own business. I think it's no more in news anymore, unlike before, but it's coming from people that actually have an insight about it. It would be nice to just maybe you just share your own personal opinion about this, because you've been here for this long.
Absolutely. No, running a business here, it's a great opportunity. I always saw that this place was like the Wild West when I arrived in 2006, but it was the Wild West that literally was going to go places, and then they won the bid for the World Cup in 2010. So you could see the momentum, you could feel the momentum that this place is changing, this place is going to go places. And what I love is that the people are so friendly. They're very humble, and they're very all right. They're quite reserved, but also they want to help to benefit you. And that's why I had a successful business from 2011 when I started the business to now. It's just been an amazing journey. And also, because it's a small country, you just get the opportunity to work with, as you said, Qatar Foundation. You get to work with the big corporates. You get to work with the big institutions. They are willing to help you and give you that opportunity.
Really?
If you're here and you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to put in the effort. And that's what I was a startup in 2011. And then 2012, I'm working with the biggest telecom company a year later. Here in Qatar. And you don't get that opportunity if you were anywhere else in the world. So, it's I look back fondly, and I'm excited where, my next chapter is going to be, because, now I am winding down Ginger Camel, and I'm literally, looking at what's next.
I was going to ask you questions.
I don't know what's next.
Wow. But I saw you put up some ads on having classes, teaching people.
Yes. All right. That's.
I've been checking up.
Yeah, you have. You've been doing your research. So it is a consultancy. So I'm a strategic partner for J Consultancy. So it's with a Qatari partner, which I've never had before. I've always been under QFC, which is Qatar Financial Center. So I've never had a proper Qatari partner. So this is a new venture that I've gone into, where we are doing educational courses, consultancy, helping businesses, grow from startup to, fully fledged, and also, expand into the Middle East and around the world. 4 companies as well as ourselves. But I will be doing podcasts because, from podcasts, it opens doors, it builds relationships, and I will never let that go. But also, my morning message, my coaching.
In your 70s, you're still making your podcast.
Oh, absolutely. And you're going to join me when I'm like this, and I'm walking the dog. You can hold the dogs. Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, guys.
I don't know if I'll be like that in 70, maybe 80s, if I make 80s.
Yeah.
So, yes. No, I love doing the podcast. I love doing my morning messages. And it's all about helping people. That's what I realised. I want to help people. Country I've ever experienced, because it's got like every continent all in one place.
City, yeah. It's a rainbow city, like what we have.
No, but just the countryside. It's just got the prairies of America. It's got the pine forests of Scandinavia. It's got the vineyards of France and Italy.
Wow.
It's just amazing.
Perfect. You went to Cape Town?
Cape Town, yeah. I went to Johannesburg as well. I went to Safari. And I went along the garden route from Cape Town along the coast.
I went to Free State when I went there. I was in Free State, KwaZulu-Natal.
All right.
That's where I stayed. Yeah, and Victoria and Johannesburg. That's it. Well, I want to go back again.
Yeah.
Wait to go there.
No, I bet. That is, not like here. It's more.
No.
It's lots of cultures.
Yeah, that's true. So back to what we're talking about. So how did you know that talking to people and having to hear their stories is something that you would love to do for a very long time?
Yeah, I think it just started with the podcast in 2014 when I launched Doha Heat. I wanted to be, knowing what's going on the ground with regards to communities. You get then to hear about what's going on in business as well. And when I started to talk to people, I enjoy this.
Wow.
I really like talking to people and I love listening to their story. But isn't it funny, when I was socially, I wasn't really bothered.
Really?
I would just go to a party or, a networking event. And come on, Bruce.
Come.
Bruce, come on.
I'm tired.
Come on.
Come, let's go back.
Yeah, and I wasn't really focused on what they were saying, but as soon as I started podcasts and I started to listen, and that's the power, listening.
Oh, yes.
And that's what I learned in coaching as well during COVID. Listening is the ultimate power, because when do you give anyone the space to actually lean into who they are, what they're about, because no one's got time. When you meet people, you say hello, how are you, and then you're off. And you don't give anyone any time. And then when you meet people, generally it's in a group of people and it's conversations here, there and everywhere. When do you give someone the time just to be who they are and say what they want to say? And that's powerful. And I realized that podcast was a powerful medium, because now you're giving someone the platform to talk about themselves for half an hour or an hour and a half. And I'm sure you felt it as well.
Yeah.
When you give someone that space,
True.
you hear so much.
Yeah.
And they reveal so much.
True. And it's just like a key, it opens any door.
That's the key.
That's the secret,
That's the key. The listening is the key.
Yeah, it opens any door. Like I spoke with the ambassador of Central African Republic. Serious guys, I never knew that country exists.
Yeah.
In all my checking, geography checking, reading here, I didn't know about that country. But when he was talking about it, I was like, seriously? So I can't wait to just drop that video.
Yeah.
It's very insightful information about the country. Wow, interesting. Wow, so this is the ball coming back to me now. I think I've exhausted my questions.
You have? You finished?
Not yet, but
I'm
taking it back to you. You can just, you are asking me back, so you can take it.
Oh, about you, about life, about... Well, my morning routine, morning messages is about, literally looking after you. And, it all starts with the reset button, about going to bed at a regular time, 9 or 10 o'clock, having 7 or 8 hours of good sleep, and then waking up guaranteed, full of energy. You're recharging yourself as well. They do, there's so much new research about how when you're in a deep sleep, your mind, your brain flushes out all the toxins.
Okay.
It does a whole flush out. Gets rid of everything that it...
I didn't know that.
No one... it's only recently, because they've got MRI scans and new technology, they're learning all this now. So when we go into a deep sleep, it literally clears it all out. That's why if you don't have a good night's sleep, you feel like you've been out partying the night before.
Okay, so you feel walked out,
You feel sluggish. So it's so important. So the reset, the recharge is so important for you to start the day 100% fully recharged. Because if you're full power, you can take on anything. You're in control of your mind, you're in control of what the words that you say, and you're in control of how you react to certain situations. If you're tired, you don't have that. You know, I bet when you're tired, you're more snappy, you're more, you know, you're angrier because you can't control what's going on inside of you. But when you're, just pull him along. He's
I'm trying not to like.
when you're 100% recharged and full of power, you can control those things if you're aware of them.
True, true.
And then basically, that's looking after, you know, your mind in a way. You're recharging your body, and then it's like, what's your routine in the morning? Because, you know, as you can see, everyone's asleep.
True.
So you look after your mind and soul by either going out for a walk in nature, taking in deep breaths, or prayer.
Okay.
Morning prayer is around 4 o'clock.
So you,
You know,
have, like,
so,
morning prayer,
but
walking.
yeah, but really connect, you know, with the words that you say, because now with prayer you're connecting to the higher authority. If you're religious. If you're not religious, then meditation.
I like that word.
Meditation. What I say to people, because some people say, oh, I've tried meditation, I can't do it. But try it for 1 minute, where you can just sit quietly for 1 minute. Observe the thoughts that come into your head. Observe the uncomfortable feeling just sitting in one place for a minute. And your body will rebel, your mind will rebel, but just do it for 1 minute. And then do it for 2 minutes. But do it regular every single day. You know, this life journey, there is no quick fixes. It's all about that journey of looking after yourself every single day, checking in with yourself every single day. So that's looking after mind and soul. And then looking after body is doing exercise. Like you said, go out for a walk. Just go out for a walk. That's exercise. Exercise means the movement of your body. And walking is the basic exercise, which you can do so easily. You know, you might get that rebel from your inner voice that says, oh, stay in bed, don't bother, don't do that. Why? And that's what we're all against.
Yeah.
But say to it, and this is another thing, talk to that little voice in your head and say, no, I really want to look after myself. And I know I will feel better after I've gone for a walk. And do it every single day, because that voice will get quieter and quieter. Now I don't have that voice. And if you want to lose weight and you want to go to the gym, or if you don't want to go to the gym, just make it a regular exercise just to turn up to the gym. Don't do any exercise, just turn up, just to keep this voice quiet. And if you show up, then you can start doing exercise, but go easy. You're not an athlete. And that's where that voice always tells us, oh no, you need to do 30 minutes.
that.
You need to work out. You need to be sweating. You need to be on your knees. No, you don't.
Okay.
This is a daily thing.
True, true. You should do a day-to-day lifestyle.
Absolutely. A daily lifestyle. But people don't. People think, no, I'm looking for a quick fix. I need to lose so much weight. I'm going to go in hard. It only lasts for 2 weeks, and then but yeah, so, but it's literally checking in daily for that routine, and then you're ready to take on the day. You've looked after yourself, and that's it. Then you're ready to take on whatever life throws at you. And that's the problem with people, is that they don't. They literally get up, they grab a coffee, they go on their social media, and then they get dressed, and then they're out the door. And they let life literally attack them from every angle, and they're not prepared. It's like you playing in an orchestra and me telling you, here's your instrument, now go and play it. What would a musician say? Hold on, I need to tune the guitar. I need to make sure the strings are all right before I can perform. So they need half an hour, they need an hour just to make sure that that guitar is properly tuned.
Yeah.
So when they perform, it sounds perfectly. Why don't we do that with ourselves? Every morning, we tune ourselves to be ready to take on the day's event, so we can perform the best we can. That's what I want people to think about.
Very important. Now, I was trying to just put this down. How did you know exactly that? Or what book did you read? Or how did you know that being in the media was going to be your forte?
I didn't.
No books? No.
All I wanted to do was run my own business. that's the story. It was just like, there was an opportunity where two guys came to me and said, we want to start a production company. Will you help us start that business? And I knew nothing about production. They did. They were two editors. They were cameramen. And I went, okay, I will find out what it takes to set up a company here in Qatar. I spent 3 months, and after 3 months I said, right, I'm ready. I've got all the information. Let's go. And they turned around to me and went, actually, we've changed our minds. But with that knowledge, that was my light bulb, because then it was just like, there you go, Stefan. Here's a business that you can start by yourself. You can find the right people to do the projects, and you can just find the clients.
Wow.
So it was literally, my goal in life was always to run my own business, but I never knew what kind of business I wanted to run. And someone just literally gave me that opportunity by saying, Stefan, we can see that you're a good organizer. Would you be willing to find out how to set this business up? And that was just like the message from the universe to say, Stefan, you've always wanted to run your own business. Here, go and find out about this business. And because it was loosely around, because it was in media, and I've been working in broadcast media for the last 18 years, it was roughly something similar to what I've been doing. But I'd never run a business. So they gave me the opportunity. Even though they turned around after 3 months and said, no, we don't want to do it. I thought, no, I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to run with that idea. And that's how it went. And I did it for a year all by myself. And then I thought, no, I need more experience in this field. So then I worked for a company that was doing it, that I wanted to set my business in. So I learned all the lessons working for that company for about a year and a half, and then I left to set. Then I went into partnership with someone that had been running a business. So now I'm a partner in a business in production. And then after a year we went bankrupt, but then I got the opportunity to actually go it alone. And I used all that experience to then run with it. And that's how Ginger Camel was born.
Wow, for people out there that really don't know exactly what their pathway is.
Don't worry.
Just
I say that life, it gives you lessons. Go with what you're good at. Go with what life will give you in regards to, you know, someone might come up to you and say, hey, I need your help in this. Go with it. Learn from that experience, because every experience that you have will benefit you further down the line. Everything that you've done up to now will help you in any situation or any life's experiences or any work coming up. So never regret anything that you've done in life. You know, I used to have part-time jobs, I used to have Saturday jobs, and I used to hate most of them, but it gave me experience of dealing with people, it gave me experience in, you know, dealing with money. It's priceless. You know, it's not something that colleges or universities can teach you. Real life will teach you. You know, just walking here, life is teaching you. Look, universities and colleges don't teach you to have a routine in the morning, to look after yourself. All they're doing is academic lessons. But real life, that's where the lessons are taught.
So, like, people don't know where you're from exactly.
So I was born in the UK, but my mum's Swedish and my dad's English. And this is what I do on my TikTok live. Isn't it funny how people try and put you in a pigeonhole of like, oh, well, you're from the UK, so you must think this, you must believe this. And then when I say, oh, actually, I have a mum that comes from this country and a dad that comes from this country, then it's just like, yeah, what's your little voice in your head going to say then? You're going to try and put me in a pigeonhole because now you're dealing with two nationalities. How do they think? Well, no, I'm in the middle. I see this nationality, I see the good and the bad from this nationality, and I see the good and the bad from this nationality, and I'm in the middle. So you can't really put me in any kind of hole to tell me what I'm like, what I should believe in, what I should think. And that's what I love about this place, is that there's so many expats and so many children that are born from different nationalities.
True.
And they're even born in a country that their parents don't even come from.
True.
So I call them the children of the world. They're the most wisest people that you can meet, because they don't see borders, they don't see different nationalities, they don't see color, they just see you as a human being.
Perfect.
And that's why I love living here as well. You know, when kids go to school, there's 88 different nationalities all going to one school. No one is different. No one is different. Everyone is different, but they don't see that.
Mm-hmm. So we're talking about
Oh yeah, different nationalities.
and all
You know, kids being international, the way they see things. It's just beautiful, and that's what I love about this country, is that they have welcomed so many different nationalities, that it is a pot where you do see so many cultures, and you can learn from so many cultures, from each other.
True, true. Excellent, guys. This is so much information in one day.
One morning. This is what you'll find, is that the morning you get up at this time, you feel like the days are so long.
Yep.
And you can achieve so much.
Yep. Wow. This is really brilliant. You know, most people really need to actually hear this. You know, I interviewed a guy from Haiti. He's into plants. He's the first man that actually established the botanical garden in Haiti.
Yeah.
And all he does is just talking about healthy living, healthy lifestyle, going into seeds and plants. I know you don't do this kind of food, actually.
Yeah.
You don't do that. We don't eat seeds and plants all the while.
Me personally?
Yeah.
No, I do. I try to now that there's research about gut health and how the gut can affect our hearts, our minds. So I listen to a podcast called Zoe, and it's all about, you know, what you eat and how it affects the gut with the microbiomes. And so now I'm very conscious about eating nuts, seeds, different types of vegetables.
Really?
Do you watch Eddie in the UK?
Eddie, I never met him before.
On Instagram? Check out Eddie.
Okay.
You will love him. And he talks about, you know, not eating all the sugar, the high processed food. It's all about eating good quality. I know you're a vegetarian, but it's good quality meat, eggs.
Okay, eggs are good.
Eat eggs, absolutely. And he's brilliant because he communicates with the youngsters in a very unique, way.
Dogs are crying for help right now.
He communicates them in a unique way by the language, by the language that he uses. Check him out. I'll show you. Oh, it's because the dogs.
Oh, I see.
They're their friends.
I see.
Although they bark at each other, but yeah.
I see.
Morning.
So, I was trying to connect.
Shush. Come on.
Let's go. Come, guys. Come on.
Hey. Come on, Bruce.
Okay,
Bruce.
come on.
Come on. Let's go. Come on.
So I was trying to connect this lifestyle you've actually formed now, and you have a huge community right now on Instagram, on TikTok.
On TikTok, Instagram is building up because I never really focus on Instagram, and it's only now that I'm putting the effort in, and I'm seeing that the numbers are going up and people are actually enjoying the content. So yeah.
And people are beginning to see that this is the next level. Or if you want to really live long, or you want to really live in the kind of life that.
Yeah, but you know what? I always think that I'm just a tiny little marker, just waving to people on their life journey, because there's so many bigger characters out there that live this life that are louder. But I just see, look, I'm just a little marker. If I resonate with you, if you hear my message, you'll find so many people that are saying the same thing.
Sure.
It's just that you need to wake up. As I say, you've got to come out of autopilot, because this is something else that I talk about. Autopilot is, you know, when you're a kid, you're like a sponge. You get taught by your parents, the schools, the community, your religion. And then with that information, you run with it. And a lot of people don't question the programming that you had as a kid until things start going wrong. And then you're like, why is it going wrong? Why am I feeling like this? That's when you come out of autopilot and then you take control of your life. And people are at certain stages of their life where they're like, I don't know what to do, I'm lost. I feel depressed, I feel anxiety. And it's all because your programming has got you this far. Now you have to take control. And this is what's resonating with people now. So I'm just a little marker to say, you can take control. The information that I'm getting is maybe limited. Go and learn from me, but go and find other people that are bigger and, you know, have written books and, you know, are on everywhere, that have got huge followings.
Perfect. So final one from here. I'll have you just tell people out there your personal, like, come around and experience the beauty of this country, and some advice to them, the young ones out there that want to like trailblaze your path. Just tell them something very nice.
All I can say is, look, Qatar is the land of opportunity that has given me so much opportunity, and you know, I'm so glad that I've learned from every aspect of living here. But also, you know, for everyone here, it's just, or everyone around the world, is just wake up. It's time to take control of your life, and it's so simple. It's just by checking in with yourself, learning from yourself, being curious about yourself, because no one else is. Learn from you. Be curious about you.
Very important. Well, I won't ask him to speak his language because he speaks English. Yeah, guys. So I like just join them, link up with them. You want to get more insight about the city, you want to meet people. I met a lot of people through him, and I really appreciate that. I want to really thank you, really.
Anytime.
Okay, so just write them.
And please follow my podcast as well. Which is
Thanks
called Pioneering Spirit. Stefan's guide to.
That's a new one.
It's a new one. Yes, it's more about the coaching. It's all about life. So Pioneering Spirit. You'll find it on all podcast platforms.
I'll put the link below this video, guys. I promise you get it. Just go direct there and say to them.
Cool. I think the dogs are glad that we're finished,
had a long
because
walk. Yeah.
this is unusual for them to have a long walk.
I can imagine.
Come on,
like,
then, let's go
like
back.
3 times. Thank you very much, Mr.
Okay.
Stefan.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.